Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you for having me here. It's always amazing to be in a room full of curious, hungry minds because that hunger, that curiosity, that fire inside you, that's what shapes the future. Today, I want to talk about something that's been my mantra, not just in my career, but in my life. Educate yourself every day. Now, when I say educate, I don't mean just school, college, degrees, or textbooks. No, I mean growing, evolving, and learning every single day from the world around you, from the people you meet, from your own experiences, and yes, sometimes from your own mistakes too. You see, the world we live in is moving faster than ever. Technology is changing, cultures are blending, ideas are flowing. If we don't keep learning, we don't just stand still, we fall behind. When I was a teenager, I moved across continents India to the United States and back again. Every day, I was exposed to a different culture, different expectations, different dreams, and honestly, it wasn't always easy, but it taught me something powerful. Adaptability comes from education. Not just the education from books, but the education that comes from living, observing, understanding, and respecting differences. Whether I was standing on the set of a Bollywood movie or walking into a Hollywood audition room, I realized I had to be a student forever. I had to educate myself about the craft, about the business, about the cultures, about the world. So how do you educate yourself every day? You stay curious, you ask questions. You listen, really listen without judgment. You challenge your own ideas. You read, and not just things you agree with. Read things that make you uncomfortable. You surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, to be braver, to be smarter. And when you stumble because you don't think of it as failure, think of it as a lesson, a free masterclass from life. Today, information is literally at our fingertips. You can learn a new language sitting on your couch. You can take a course from a university halfway across the world. You can watch talks, read books, listen to podcasts, follow innovators on social media. You have no excuse not to evolve. You see, real power comes from knowledge. Not just academic knowledge, but self-awareness, emotional intelligence, empathy. Educating yourself is the ultimate glow up. It makes you unstoppable. It makes you unforgettable. It makes you you. So, make yourself a promise today. Every single day, learn something new. Even if it's small, even if it's scary, even if it challenges everything you thought you knew. Because when you commit to growing every day, trust me, there's no force, no barrier, no glass ceiling that can hold you back. Stay hungry, stay foolish, stay learning. Education is not something that ends with a diploma or a degree. It is not a moment that can be captured in a single graduation photo or celebrated at just one ceremony. True education is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of growth, evolution, and self-discovery. Every single day offers a new opportunity to learn something about the world, about others, and about ourselves. It's about remaining open, curious, and hungry for knowledge, no matter where we are in life or what we have already achieved. Life itself is the greatest classroom. Sometimes the lessons come from a formal setting, like a university or a workshop, but often they arrive in the form of real life experiences, successes that teach us confidence, failures that teach us resilience, and encounters with people from different backgrounds who broaden our worldview. Each experience, no matter how big or small, adds another layer to our personal and intellectual growth. In a world that is constantly changing, standing still is not an option. New technologies, new ideas, and new challenges are emerging every day. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. That's why it is essential to keep learning, to keep questioning, and to keep adapting. Continuous education empowers us to stay relevant, to innovate, and to lead, no matter what field we are in. Moreover, educating ourselves every day is not just about gathering information. It's about developing wisdom. It's about learning how to think critically, how to empathize with others, how to recognize our own biases, and how to evolve with grace. It shapes our character, sharpens our instincts, and strengthens our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world. When we commit to lifelong education, we choose to never be limited by our circumstances. We acknowledge that every day brings a new chance to get better, to dream bigger, and to build a life that is not just successful, but significant. In doing so, we honor not just the opportunities we are given, but also the immense potential within us to grow endlessly. In today's world, adaptability is not just a skill, it's a necessity. The only constant around us is change, whether it's technology, industries, social expectations, or even global challenges. Those who learn how to adapt, those who can move with the tide while staying true to their core values, are the ones who succeed. And adaptability doesn't happen by chance. It comes from a commitment to continuous learning and self-education. When you educate yourself every day, you build the ability to face change with confidence instead of fear. You start to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to reinvent yourself, to sharpen your skills, and to deepen your understanding of the world. This kind of mindset makes you flexible. It allows you to thrive in situations where others might feel stuck or overwhelmed. You don't resist change, you work with it, you learn from it, and you grow because of it. The truth is, the more knowledge and awareness you accumulate over time, the more tools you have at your disposal to respond to unexpected situations. Education broadens your thinking and prepares you to handle diversity in cultures, ideas, markets, and people. Whether you're stepping into a new job, moving to a new country, or embracing new technologies, your adaptability will always trace back to how much effort you've put into learning beyond your comfort zone. There's a special kind of power that comes from being able to evolve. It gives you the edge in professional spaces and also enriches your personal life. You become someone who can connect across different experiences, who can navigate change gracefully, and who never feels obsolete or irrelevant. Most importantly, constant learning fuels your resilience. When plans fall apart or life throws a curveball, your education, formal and informal, becomes your armor and your guide. At its core, adaptability fueled by daily education means you are never truly unprepared. You have trained your mind to adjust, to embrace the new, and to create opportunity where others might see uncertainty. That is a true superpower in the modern world. Curiosity is the engine of personal growth and lifelong learning. When you stay curious, you naturally seek out new information, new experiences, and new perspectives. Curiosity pushes you to ask questions, not just surface-level ones, but deeper questions that challenge existing ideas and encourage exploration. It's not about having all the answers, it's about having the desire to keep looking for them. Every question you ask opens a door to greater understanding, to a wider view of the world, and to the realization that learning is infinite. Staying curious also means being open-minded. It requires the humility to accept that you don't know everything and the excitement to discover what you don't yet understand. True curiosity is fearless. It doesn't shy away from topics that are unfamiliar, uncomfortable, or complex. Instead, it leans into them, recognizing that growth happens outside of comfort zones. Curiosity allows you to learn from people who are different from you, those with different experiences, beliefs, and viewpoints, and that diversity of thought expands your own thinking in powerful ways. Equally important is the ability to listen deeply when you are curious. Listening without judgment, with the goal of understanding rather than responding, is a form of education on its own. It teaches empathy, patience, and the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes. Often, the best lessons are hidden in conversations that challenge your assumptions or broaden your imagination. Challenging your own ideas is a key part of this process. It is easy to cling to what feels familiar and safe, but real growth demands that you occasionally tear down your own walls. When you question your beliefs, when you examine why you think the way you do, you give yourself the chance to evolve into a more thoughtful, informed, and compassionate version of yourself. At the heart of it all, staying curious is a choice, a commitment to never becoming complacent. It's about keeping the spark alive, waking up every day excited to learn something new, and recognizing that the journey of education is one that lasts a lifetime. Failure is often misunderstood. Many people see it as a final destination, as proof that they are not good enough, smart enough, or deserving enough. But the truth is, failure is none of these things. It is simply part of the learning process. In fact, failure is one of life's greatest teachers. Every time you stumble, every time you fall short, you are handed a unique opportunity to learn something valuable about the situation, about the world, and most importantly, about yourself. When you choose to view failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you unlock the power to grow beyond what you thought was possible. You start to understand that success is not a straight line. It is built on a foundation of mistakes, adjustments, resilience, and perseverance. Each failure refines your skills, strengthens your character, and teaches you how to approach challenges differently next time. Mistakes offer insights that success often cannot. Success can sometimes breed complacency, but failure demands introspection. It forces you to analyze what went wrong, to understand the gaps in your knowledge, and to come back stronger and smarter. If you are open to learning from your failures, they become stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks. They build your mental toughness and emotional maturity, qualities that are essential for long-term success. Moreover, failure teaches you humility. It reminds you that you are human, that growth is messy, and that mastery is earned, not given. It makes you more compassionate towards yourself and towards others who are struggling. This deeper understanding can lead to more authentic relationships, better leadership, and a richer, more meaningful life. Choosing to see failure as a lesson is an act of courage. It is an acknowledgement that you are not defined by your setbacks, but by how you respond to them. It is a commitment to keep showing up, to keep trying, and to keep learning no matter how many times you fall. In the end, the lessons learned from failure are the ones that shape you into the person capable of achieving your biggest dreams. We live in an extraordinary time where information is more accessible than ever before. Technology has given us the ability to learn almost anything, anywhere, at any time. With just a smartphone or a computer, you can take online courses, watch lectures, read articles, listen to podcasts, and even engage in discussions with experts from around the world. The barriers that once made education a privilege for a few have been lowered dramatically. Today, the only real limits to your learning are the ones you place on yourself. Using technology and resources wisely is about more than just browsing random facts or scrolling through endless feeds. It's about being intentional with what you consume. It means seeking out information that challenges you, that stretches your thinking, and that deepens your understanding. It's easy to fall into the trap of passive scrolling, but real growth comes when you actively choose resources that add value to your mind and spirit. The internet is full of powerful learning platforms, from free educational websites to masterclasses taught by industry leaders. Audiobooks and podcasts allow you to learn on the go. Webinars and virtual conferences bring the world's greatest minds into your living room. The opportunity to educate yourself every day has never been more convenient or more diverse. It's now possible to explore subjects outside your comfort zone, to develop new skills, and to expand your horizons without even leaving your home. However, with so much information available, it's also important to be discerning. Not every source is reliable or worth your time. Learning how to verify information, to think critically about what you consume, and to focus your energy on credible, high-quality resources is crucial. Quality over quantity always wins when it comes to self-education. The truth is, there are no longer any excuses for stagnation. The world's knowledge is at your fingertips. It's up to you to take advantage of it, to stay hungry for growth, and to use technology not as a distraction, but as a powerful tool for building the life and the future you dream of. Knowledge is one of the most powerful assets a person can possess. It is not just about having facts stored in your mind. It is about understanding how to navigate the world, make informed decisions, and influence change. True power comes from the ability to think critically, to connect ideas, to empathize with others, and to adapt to different situations. All of these abilities are born from a commitment to continuous learning and self-education. The more you know, the more confident and capable you become, not just in your professional life, but in your personal growth as well. When you educate yourself consistently, you develop more than intellectual intelligence. You build emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions while also recognizing and respecting the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is a quiet strength that often speaks louder than words. It helps you form better relationships, become a stronger leader, and create deeper connections with the people around you. In today's world, where human connection and empathy are often missing, emotional intelligence sets you apart. Self-education also brings self-awareness. It helps you understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions, and your purpose. When you know yourself better, you make choices that align with who you truly are, rather than following paths defined by others. Knowledge empowers you to create your own destiny instead of waiting for opportunities to be handed to you. Furthermore, knowledge builds resilience. When challenges come, and they always do, an educated mind sees possibilities where others see obstacles. It gives you the courage to innovate, to lead, and to make an impact. It gives you the tools to stand firm in your beliefs while staying open to growth and evolution. Ultimately, investing in your education every day is one of the greatest acts of self-respect and ambition. It is a declaration that you believe in your own potential, that you are committed to unlocking every bit of power that lies within you. And that kind of power, the power that comes from true knowledge, is unstoppable. Thank you.